Good morning, Sunshiners. I hope you're all well and you're shining brightly today and radiating with some warmth and love for whatever it is you're up to today. I wanted to pop on and talk to you a little bit about something that many of us go through, but we might not always talk about openly, and that is the empty nest syndrome. You know, the feeling when your little ones have grown up and they've flown the nest, leaving behind a quiet house, a heart full of mixed emotions, and, you know, a sense of loss. But I just want to tell you that it's okay to feel a bit lost and down during this transition. It's natural to miss the hustle and bustle of having your children around. I know when my youngest daughter left home and she went to university, I mean, she came home every weekend, but she'd moved into an apartment in the town where she was at university, and every time I came into her bedroom, it was just completely empty. There was nothing in there, and it was awful. I would quite often come in and sit down. In fact, talking about it makes me feel really emotional. But I'd quite often come in and I'd sit down and I would cry because I missed her that much. I missed the little chats that we used to have, the giggles we used to have. You know, if I was feeling really fed up and down, then I could go to her and talk to her, and I really missed that. I struggled really badly with it. And when she was, you know, she'd come home at the weekend because she had a weekend job, and then I'd take her back on the Sunday evening. And every time I left her, I cried. Every single time. Just give me a second. I mean, this is years ago. I'm talking quite a long time ago, and yet the emotion that I feel when I think about it is just, it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. I mean, now she lives way off down Kent. She moved down there with a boyfriend, and that was a massive wrench when she did that. You know, for quite a while, I cried and cried. Not as bad now, I must say. I found other things to fill my life with. I know that she needed a life of her own and that she wanted to get on. So I thought that sharing this with you might help if you're going through something similar, or, you know, it is coming up and you're getting to feel really worried about it and really anxious about it. So as I said, many of us often feel lost. We feel like a piece of us is missing, and we wonder what our purpose is now that our children have flown the nest. We might even feel a little bit redundant. That's how I felt. I felt like a massive piece of me was missing. Still do to a certain degree. You know, and I just felt like I'm no longer an active mum as such, because she's not here, and, you know, she'd sort of moved away. So, you know, and we can feel like there's just nothing left in our lives. All right, we might have a husband or a wife or whatever it might be. You know, you might have another partner in your life, but they don't seem to fill the gap the same as what your children did. But here's what I've realised, that, you know, it's okay to feel this way. It's a testament to the deep love that we have for our children and the beautiful bond that we've nurtured over the years. So if you think of it in that way, you know, I don't think it feels as bad. And I must say, and you probably heard me talk about it a million times before, but I can't tell you enough how wonderful my husband is and how loving and supporting, and, you know, he filled the void that she left behind. And here's the thing that I want you to know. You know, you're not alone with this. Many of us experience this phase in our lives, and it's important to give ourselves the grace and space to navigate through it. So, my lovely sunshiners, I invite you to join me in embracing this session of change with open heart and gentle self-care. This is a time now for you to decide what it is that you want to do with the rest of your life. Yeah, you've been a mum for years and you've done all your mum duties, but now it's your time. Now it's your time to shine. You know, for you to decide what you want to do and what it is that you feel that you want to be working on and doing. So here's a few gentle reminders to guide you through the journey. Number one is to allow yourself to grieve. It's okay to mourn this chapter of your life when it comes to a close. Allow yourself to feel all the emotions that come with this transition and know that it's a sign of your deep love and connection. Because it is like grieving for somebody that's passed away. And I know they've not passed away. I know that. I'm not, you know, I'm not stupid. But quite often when your children do move away, you don't hear from them as much. You know, you don't get the text messages, the phone calls, the all that kind of thing, especially once they're settled and they've got their own little life going on, which is fine because, you know, they have to have their own life, but it still makes you feel a bit like, you know, I'm not sort of at the forefront of their mind anymore. The second thing that I want you to think about is to rediscover your passions. Now that you've got some extra time on your hands, why not revisit hobbies? Hobbies? Don't want to revisit hobbies at all, do you? You want to revisit hobbies or interests that bring you joy. Use this opportunity to reconnect with yourself and explore new avenues of self-expression. You know, sometimes when we've got children, especially little children, we tend to not think about the things that we want to do in our life. You know, the hobbies, the you know, going to the gym, maybe it could be anything. There's a whole host of things that you could be doing now that you've got this extra time and you're not looking after everybody and running around like a headless chicken. The third thing I want you to think about is nurturing your relationship. You know, while your children may have left home, your family bonds remain strong. So cherish the moments you share with your partner, your friends, and your loved ones. Lean on each other for support and companionship. Because this is something else that happens when we have children. Our relationships sometimes, not all the time, but can get neglected. You know, I've had clients that have said, you know, oh, we've had a baby 6 months old, but all the attention's going on the baby and I feel left out. And sometimes I think, especially, you know, men can feel a bit like they're being a bit selfish, you know, because yeah, they've got a new baby and whatnot, but they then feel that their needs are not being met. So this is a way that you can pull your relationship back together, you know, and sort out things that you used to enjoy doing together. You can start doing them again. And the fourth thing is to practice some self-care. Take time to nurture your body and your mind and your soul. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply indulging in a good book, prioritise activities that replenish your spirit and bring you peace. Because this is now your time. You know, you've done the mother thing, you've done the looking after everybody else. So now it's time for you to look after you. And don't feel guilty about it, because that's one thing that I did. I felt really guilty and a sense of shame that I wanted to suddenly do things for myself, suddenly have a bit of time for myself. And I did find that people got a bit, a bit buzzed off with it, should I say. They were, well, this is not what you would normally do. Well, I'm sorry, but this is going to be me from now on. I want a bit of me time. I've been a mum. You know, I'm still a mum, obviously, but I've been a mum and I've done the mum things and now I want to do something for me. So no feeling guilty about it. So if you're seeking support, you know, a supportive community to journey through this phase together, then I invite you to join our Facebook group. It's a space filled with love and understanding and shared experiences. You'll find the link in the description below. Let's walk hand in hand, supporting and lifting up each other along the way. And it's not just about, you know, we cover all sorts of topics in the group. It's only a tiny group at the minute, but you know, I put things in there that'll help with, you know, if you're feeling a bit anxious, you having a bit of overwhelm, you've got a bit of anxiety, whatever it might be, you know, the group is there to help and support. And the bigger the group grows, obviously, the more support that you'll get from people. And for those of you who are ready to dive deeper into finding your purpose again, I'm thrilled to announce my course, Purpose Pursuit. It's a 6-week journey designed to help you rediscover your passions, align with your purpose, and create a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. If you're interested in learning more, feel free to reach out or check out the link in the description. I'll put it somewhere around this page so you can have a look at that. And lastly, I want you to remember, Sunshiners, you're resilient, you're loved, and you are never alone. So until next time, take gentle care of yourselves and each other, sending you all the rays of sunshine, all the rays of love, and all the rays of light. I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.